Welcome back to Day a Day, where I play a day of Minecraft every day of 2026. In last episode, that doesn't make any sense. In yesterday's video, which was the last episode, we built ourselves an iron farm. Nothing too crazy fancy, but it works. We're getting ourselves a little bit of iron. We got ourselves 9 ingots so far, so this will just kind of work in the background. In today's video, I think I want to start at least getting like a build put on top of that, because I don't want to, okay, the armadillo farm is kind of an exception. I don't really know what I'm doing with that yet, but I kind of want to be able to build like, I want to have little builds dotted around that kind of like encapsulate all of our farms and our, just the places where we go to and interact with in this world. I want to be nice looking places that, I want to go to. I don't want the world to end up just looking like some sort of huge industrial mess, I guess. Yeah. More or less that's what I mean. So I would like to make it look nice, but first I have something very important I need to do, because I did not update the pumpkin chest in yesterday's video. And if you're new, or if you just would like a reminder, in this series where I play one day of Minecraft for every day of 2026, every person who subscribes to this channel, I will farm a pumpkin. I just pulled them from my pumpkin farm. Oh, I actually left one on the ground. I will farm a pumpkin, and I will put that pumpkin, try not to squash any of our plants here, in the pumpkin chest, which lives in this pumpkin up on the hill. And this pumpkin chest represents every subscriber that we have on the channel. So there's currently 108 pumpkins in here. Let me double check to make sure that I've got an accurate count here. We are currently at 119 subscribers, which means we gained 11 subscribers, which is crazy. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we'll go ahead and bump the current pumpkin count up to 119. Thank you very much. I say it all the time, but I really do mean it. Thank you very, very much to everyone who subscribes. It means so much to me that you guys show up and support the content and, take the time out of your day to watch my videos. On that note, I also do have a comment of the day, because that's something that I try to do every day, is showcase a comment. Today's comment is from, I should have read through this before I read it on recording for the first time, but Fats Ridden Hurbanov 7765. If I mispronounced your name, very sorry. But they said, cool, keep on, and good luck, buddy. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate you leaving a comment. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Okay, so working on the build over top of this thing here. I'm not entirely 100% sure what it'll look like, but I want it to be a factory. I want it to be a little, it's not going to be huge, obviously. We just need to, surround, here over to here and then back to there. So it doesn't need to be humongous. But I think I want it to look like a factory. So I think we'll do like here, we'll leave like one block that we can walk around this hole. Because I think this hole here is they need to have like daylight. I wonder if I could put glass here. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. And then this will come over to like here. Oh, wait. But I need to be able to collect the iron. Actually, maybe the chest could be accessible from the outside. That may not be the end of the world. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. I think that'll be fine. And then here we can actually have the place make kind of a, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 3 instead. We can kind of do a little L shape here. So then here we can just bring this back to like right here. No, let's bring this out to right here. And this will come back to right here. And this will go here. And so this will be kind of the footprint of our factory that we've got. And then to fill in the actual walls, I used the Ron block all the way around. I wanted that to be this polished basalt. There we go. That's a little nicer. It just looks a little, the polished basalt, it just looks a lot smoother. It's a lot cleaner. So let me replace all the rest of these. Perfect. And then as for what I actually fill the walls in with, I mean, I'm definitely not going to build out of like brick. That would just be so much brick. But I guess I could maybe do like a tough brick. Let's see, I have stone. I could go rip a bunch of tough bricks out of the trial chamber. Because, I mean, the whole thing is made out of tough bricks. That could be an option. Let me see what that actually looks like. If I, you know, build up a little bit of the wall here. It's very dark, but I don't think it's that bad. I think it's fine. I mean, it's a factory. It doesn't need to be, you know, a real fancy looking building. This is simply to cover up the, you know, giant hole in the ground and give us something to look at. So yeah, I think that'd be fine. So let's go down to the trial chamber. One other thing that I definitely want to make sure I do here. One thing I definitely know I want on the build is, like I said, a couple big chimneys that have like campfires on them and that are spitting out smoke. So I think I'm actually gonna like dig out this hill a little bit here. And what I might do is, all right, grab all of this. I do need to break that torch. And we'll put the torch back down. What I might do is put the chimneys on this side here. I'm gonna move the torch, even though I just put it down. Put them like right here. And let's see here, that was 2. So we'll go 1, 2. Another chimney right here, and then we'll have the chest like in the middle, so it's kind of hidden. And then these will just, you know, go up, and we'll have campfires up at the top of them. But I think that's kind of the plan. The sun is already going down. All right, let's get schmovin'. Let's go over to the trial chamber and grab, I don't know, I probably need a couple stacks of tough bricks. I don't know, I'll grab some, I don't know. All right, let's get down here. Ooh, ow, that hurt. My knees, my legs, my ankles. Hope your guys' day is going fantastically. I hope you are having the time of your life. All those spawners reset, didn't they? They did. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take out, or I'm going to try and make it so I only activate this spawner. Can I do that? No, the other ones are already activated. Okay, well, I guess it's probably not as big of a deal this time because I have like good armor and a good sword. Ow, okay, I'm on fire now. That's really annoying. Okay, the fire can go out any second now. Oh, hello, baby zombie. Okay. Wow, this actually having enchanted armor instead of just, you know, unenchanted copper armor is pretty nice. What do I get? Potion regen? Yeah, sure, why not? Alright. That's, I'm just gonna, you know, take out these guys real quick. What else? Cooked chicken. Sweet. Alright, and this should be, oh, why'd you spawn down there? That's just annoying. That's just rude, honestly. Okay, wow, how did you not die? How are these guys? These guys are, am I weak? No, I'm not weak, I'm just slow. Alright, somebody spawned down here, right? Yep. You're gone. Oh, there's another one down here. Hello. Alright, and I just heard the vault open up. Alright, so now we should be safe to grab our tough bricks. What'd you drop me? Ooh, a key. Can you do the vaults reset too, or is it just the spawners? Let's see. I don't want this chisel brick though. I just want regular tough bricks. Is there somewhere where it's just like regular tough bricks? Let's see here. Probably not, huh? Actually, it looks like this outer wall is like completely just the regular tough bricks. So I think that this will probably be our spot to, you know, dig and grab all of the blocks that we need. So I'm just gonna come down the ways a little bit here, and then I'll just dig up as high as I can, all the way down, and that should give us, I don't know, a couple stacks. But I have to think this is actually good seeing the blocks laid out here, because I have, you know, 11 block wide by probably about 11 block deep walls that I need to build. to cover our entire factory, or to make up the entire factory. So it's actually nice seeing the blocks laid out here, because that kind of gives me sort of a rough idea of how many bricks I actually need to pick up. Because I'll probably need, I don't know, 3 stacks, 4 stacks. Now that I'm actually seeing it laid out. I don't know. I almost grabbed that iron ore, but I just realized I don't need to grab iron ore anymore because I have an iron farm. And it's just going to be constantly making me iron. This is fantastic. I don't usually build iron farms. I think I've talked about that before, where, you know, a lot of stuff like iron farms, I feel like can sometimes, not always, but they can sometimes, you know, make the game a little too easy. But in this world, I'm really not too worried about it because, you know, we have a very clear goal, and that goal is to get all the achievements in the game by the end of the year. And I think it's because with a, you know, kind of hefty goal like that, I think it's good to just, you know, we'll use every tool available to us. And one of those tools is an iron farm. So I kind of forgot that I'm not used to having an iron farm, I guess is what I should say, because I just never built them. All right, let's see. After I finish breaking that and pick up all what's on the ground here, what do we got? We got 3.5 stacks exactly. Man, I feel like I should do a little bit more than that. Let's go 5 more blocks, and we'll grab this many. Because that's a 10 block base, and then we can reach, like, this will be another stack of blocks if we like dig out this space here. So this is gonna kind of, you know, welcome to the material gathering episode, I guess. We'll be able to make some good progress on the actual building, I think. We'll probably have to wrap it up tomorrow, but it is what it is. So I will simply grab this, and that gives us, yeah, now we have 4.5 stacks. That should be plenty. So I will head up to the surface now. And we have all the basalt that I'm going to need. What else? What else can I think of that I might need to grab? I mean, I'm going to need something for the roof, and I will do some like details. Like, it won't just be a, you know, tough brick and basalt box. Yeah, I think this would be fine to start out with at least. We'll obviously need to add some other stuff, but for now, especially because it's already nighttime, I just want to get some blocks put on the ground. So that bat, I thought it was some sort of skeleton holding a bow. Made me a little nervous. Let's jump out of here. Also, I do want to say, because of kind of, we've had a bit of an influx of new subscribers, and I think the last time I kind of went over this was when we got 50 subs, which obviously now that we're up at, you know, 119, we've had quite a few new people join. So if you didn't know, I started this series late, actually. I didn't upload my first video until January 11th. So we actually have, whoa, speak English. Oh my goodness. We're not on track to actually have one video every day of 2026 because I started late. But I made a deal. I made a deal when we hit 50 subs that if we hit 500 subs by the end of the year, that I will do a live stream. I'll do a live stream on New Year's Eve, and we will make up for all of the missing days. We will just play through, we'll chill out, have a good time, and that will be, you know, the only time that I actually do more than one day in a day. But so that's the deal that I've laid out. So tell your friends, I guess, if that's something that you're wanting to see, or if you're watching the video right now and you haven't subscribed yet, hit the button. You get to be a pumpkin. You get to hang out every day, watch an episode of Minecraft, and then you can help us get towards that 500 subscriber goal. So, you know where the button is. If you don't want to subscribe, I don't know. I can't make you. You do whatever you want, man. Alright, so I'm going to continue building this ugly gray box, and then we'll make it look pretty later. We'll do this, keep going, around and around and around, and I think this is probably a decent height. I mean, maybe. It doesn't really need to be anything fancy, or I just, you know, It doesn't need to be fancy. It's a factory, but I guess it more accurate. It doesn't need to be like a huge build. Is more what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then I'll put a little like slanted roof on it. Probably it'll probably slant up towards the chimneys, and then the chimneys will be like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks tall, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Is that way too tall? No, I don't think that's necessarily like way too tall. What do I want the roof to be made out of? That's one thing that I can get like kind of laid out just so we can kind of see what it'll look like with the roof. I could make it out of stone slabs if I want to just keep making this thing grayer and grayer. I could make it out of copper, but I don't know if that would look very good. I don't really want to use wood just because I don't feel like that makes sense for a factory build. Brick. I mean, I guess let me see what stone would look like. The only thing with stone, excuse me, the only thing with stone is like, yeah, that is, it's a very gray, which it is a factory. I mean, you know, you can't really expect a factory to be the most, you know, colorful, joyous place on the planet, but let's see, we'd go something like that, and then like that, maybe. And then I need to get up top. So I do have scaffolding. Perfect. And then, so yeah, we'll do that. And then we would have 2 of these. And then we'd have 2 of these. And then we'd have, let's see. Nope, not like that. Nope, not like that. Like, nope. Okay, hang on. There we go. 2 of these. And then, how much higher are we going to end up going here? We'll have 2 of these. And then, let's see if, do I have any more smooth basalt? I do not. Okay, that's fine. Or polished basalt, I guess is what it's called. Okay, and then we'd have 2 of, oopsie daisy. 2 of these. But then that actually leaves us with a weird block here. Actually. This doesn't actually need to be here. Yeah. And then we could just run this. What do we want to have a weird like 3 and then down into the 2s? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 if we want to hang it over on both sides. So 14 minus 2 is 12. So actually we could do this in sections of 3 instead of 2. It'd give it a more gradual slanted look than I will let's right now. Okay, you can just go away. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice trip. Wow, those zombies really do. They really pick you up from a distance. Okay, so we'll go 3 blocks this time, and I think this will lay it out a little nicer. Like I said, it'll give it a much more gradual slant or slope on the roof than how it was, but I don't think that's the end of the world. Okay, can you just place where I want you to? Okay, that's really loud. Or not loud, but it's like kind of annoying. Friendly mobs, we'll turn that down to like 7. I think that'll make it a little more enjoyable. All right. This will come over, boom, boom, and then we actually can get rid of this. And then, actually, let me put this down real quick. There will be 1 block like so. It goes out like that. And then this will run right into the chimney, which, just like that, will extend up above the walls. So then the factory will look something like this. And obviously, like I said, we will add some stuff. We'll add like some pipes and some windows and a door. Probably put the door like over here. And I need to figure out this. I think if I put glass over it, the farm should still work. So I just put like glass here and then glass in the ceiling so that the sunlight can still make it down. And then I'll do like a new floor. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is a decent design. It like, I don't know. I'm trying to be less critical of my... Ooh, that's a problem. I don't know. That's a problem for tomorrow. That's a problem for tomorrow. I'm trying to be less critical of my builds, is what I was gonna say. You know, I compare my builds to a lot to like Armorcraft and whatnot, where they're like professional builders. So you know what? Oh, okay. Not picking up all the items, I see. Interesting. Oh my word, we have a stack and a half of iron. Oh, this thing works great. We have a stack and a half of iron already. That's amazing. Let me grab my my thumbnail shot here. But yeah, I think this is good. It will look better also. Day 50? Well, how about that? That's pretty nice. It'll look better once we have some more details on this. So have some faith in me. Have some faith in me. But yes, this factory build will be nice. It'll cover up the farm so that no mobs get in or break it. So I don't fall in and die. And yeah, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. So, hey, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow to keep working on this thing. I have a D&D game tomorrow, actually, that I need to play. Starting a new campaign. So, I'm sure I'll have something to share about that. Again, thank you for watching. I do appreciate everyone who shows up. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow because I'm playing a day a day. It's every day. Have a good night.